Hi there, it's real estate coach Josh Fegan, and welcome to this week's coaching tip. The last 50 listings that the business has won tells you more about your business than anything else. What you want to do is you want to go and have a look at what was the lead source. Now the problem is that for a lot of real estate agents, they say their lead source was their database, when that's not actually the truth, because the database is just the container where all of those leads are held. So what were the things that actually got those particular consumers to be inside of the database, so then you could actually go to work those relationships? Was it, for example, open for inspections, buyer inquiry, past clients, past market appraisals, your existing personal network, or specific marketing campaigns? Now the reason why this is so critical is that when we actually identify where our top 50 listings have actually come from, we can get into those key lead sources and then make the decision about how much of our diary is actually attuned to those particular lead sources. And what I see happening is a lot of people doing activities that are not actually congruent with what's happening on the inside of the business. And what you really want to do is you want to learn to play to your strengths. Now I've been working for a client who's been located here in Australia, and interestingly enough, they've got over 5,000 properties under management. Now to me, that suggests that their property management would be a really significant lead source, because not only are there all of the landlords and where they actually live, but then there's also all of the investment properties. And we identify that about 8 to 9% of those will sell each and every year as landlords change their investment mix, but also too as landlords make the decision to change where they're currently living today. So off the back of that, there should be somewhere between 500 to 1,000 transactions a year coming out of that size of property management. But here's the challenge. They're not doing any of that, because when I spoke to new salespeople in that business, they're being encouraged to pick up the phone and do a whole heap of cold calling to try to get people interested in getting a market appraisal. And we're really just not playing to our strengths. We know that the three major lead sources are open for inspections, all of our past clients, and our personal network. And if we go through and we work through each of those, then that will make a huge difference. The problem is how you actually come into the real estate industry. If you first started out in leasing and then moved your way into a BDM role and then moved your way into a sales role, you'd already have a whole heap of relationships with existing people that own property before you actually make the decision to start your sales career. If you come into a sales career and you think that the number one lead source is going to be cold calling, then we're doing this business wrong. You see, every single person that has already owns a property here in our marketplace has most likely bought that property through an estate agent, which means that that estate agent just had a loyalty program with all of the people that have already bought, then that would be an incredible relationship. What I've identified is that there are a number of people who actually don't really think about how you actually generate those leads. Because if we already know all of those people and they understand and trust the brand, then it's up to us to pick up the phone, to get out there and go and do an annual checkup on their existing home. You see, there are so many strengths on how we can go to generate our leads, but yet there's so many wasted resources when we're doing activities that don't actually get us the business, that don't actually represent the last 50 listings that we've won. So make a decision to get really strategic, understand how your business generates its leads, and make sure that you're putting your time, effort, and energy into the lead sources that are actually going to get you the listings that you deserve.